Okay, I'm just going to do this one as a voiceover. Midweek War, Rush Attack. First, there was only one team left, or one full team left to actually hit, and the team I took, I don't think was the right team to do this. A lot of survivability. I thought Divana was going to be able to withstand Lady of the Lake's minions, but I just didn't have enough attack power on this team. Loads of survivability. I mean, survivability all over the place. I think that, I wasn't getting the tiles either, really. And just the amount of heal that they have, and all those minions, I was just, I was on a hiding to nothing for this one. Plenty of yellow tiles. I didn't really get as many red tiles as I needed, but even at that, I don't think my reds were strong enough. They just didn't have the hitting power. Elizabeth, probably the wrong one to take. I mean, her minions were being pushed out, so damn quickly. Plus the fact all of the heals. I think my original thought was that it would limit, the amount of healing that they would be getting, but that just did not happen. So, bad call on my part. And plenty of survivability though. So if I was going up against an Alfreak team maybe, but even with that, number of healers, and Krampus was just a pain in the rear end. I was hoping that Divana was going to be doing more against them, sort of dispelling heals, the heal over times, things like that, but no, not at all. It wasn't even as if they had an overhealer, but they just, they were a good team, but it just, stalled out. I was surviving, but I just wasn't doing enough damage. One of these things, I suppose, but and Boltusk really was only in there for the attack up. Should have maybe fled at this stage. But had plenty of health, had 4 minutes, thought to myself, yay. And then what happens? Alberic actually brings her back. So at this stage I was already planning my next team in my head, and swearing an awful lot, which is why I'm doing this voiceover, just so that you didn't get all the nasty, die you, aye. And there was lots of name calling going on against Mother North and Lady of the Lake and Krampus and all the rest of it. So a wee bit shite, so it was. And at this stage I knew I was coming out of this one with an absolute 0. So I was planning my next team, and I was saying to myself, right, okay, I need more firepower on the next team. And I think frustration got the better of me at this stage. And I went, I decided I was going sort of all out. I wanted, a lot heavier attack. I needed a much heavier attack at this stage. So, when this one times out, we'll flip on to the next one. And I was unfortunately, I know now, a little light on healing. So, getting ahead of myself though. As you can see, this is a complete stall. Designed specifically to time you out. I mean, Santa's the only hitter. Yeah. So, went in with, again, a Dispeller for Krampus. As you can see, didn't have very many green tiles on that board whatsoever. Didn't have much in the way of reds either. But I only had one healer. And Tarlak's not that good a healer. I mean, great against Titans and all the rest of it. But yeah, and as I said, as you can see, right, not a huge amount of tiles going my way either. And of course, if you've not got your tiles going for you and Lady of the Lakes going off like a flashlight, a strobe light, sorry, yeah, it's just not going to be happening. Everybody's having their health drained away from the slash attacks and the minion attacks. I just had to flee. 0 points. So this one I went with a mix. A better healer, Albrecht, and also him being a reviver as well, and with the costume, a little bit of the mana bonus, taking my time a little bit more, and more specifically, I was letting, I took Grimble in with me. Now, Grimble, absolutely, he's spot on, for this sort of thing. All of these minions, he's got that mana shield, so, and Lepiota and Hell, that combination, you're stopping 4 people, from doing anything. Annoyingly, yeah, Grimble was blocked a couple of times with the Lady of the Lake. But Hell was missed, and Lepiota, I decided to go for, and she mana shielded. I might have known that was going to happen. Fortunately though, Grimble managed to get in there, clear out all of those lovely little minions, was able to get that boost up, and Octros, he hits hard and he hits everybody. Ran Grimble through again. Mother North didn't mana shield that time, and I saved Lepiota for the next turn. I think I then decided to try her again on Mother. I did, yes. And this time she disappeared. So, all good. And I have, heals going. We had Mother back into the fray, but at this stage I knew I had Lepiota coming back, so I was able to get rid of him. I was able to do, I think I did Octros, yes. Then Grimble, which let me fire Octros again straight away. That got rid of Mother. Hell on Albrecht. And then it was just a case of, Octros again, I think. No, yes. I thought I'd give myself a chance to get everybody up and running, and then that was everybody, everybody there. Possibly should have gone for this, but then again, I mean, the board helped as well. So, and then that quick cleanup. Took a couple of 370s in with me, the 2 greens, a 230 and a 566. Sheesh. Hits hard, but yeah, that was an easy clean. Reset the board, so I decided to go for a double Alfreak. Plenty of heal. the mistake I made here, I saw Vivica, and I just didn't pay attention. I didn't realise the Vivica that was there's the costume one. So, wee bit of a, getting rid of my reflects and things like that. So, just annoying. When she does dispel that, she picks up the pig damage, but I only had one pig going at that stage, and yeah, I was able to get the blues in. Not too many blue tiles on the board, mind you. I was hoping to get a few more in. I've only had one pig going. Mindless attacks are coming in. That costume Viv is just a pain in the rear end. Slash attacks took out both my healers, and at that stage I was knackered completely. I wasn't going anywhere, and it was just a case of, let's see what I can get out of this. And I was fortunate enough, I tank busted on that one. So straight back in. This time I took Inari and Costume Cadolin. Now that was just in case I didn't get green tiles or I didn't get holy tiles. And I think the boards just fell in my favour for this one. So I was able to time Vivica and Alfric, and it just seemed to work out on this one. So, she did her dispel, and I was then able to do the whole, sort of, right, let's go with Frigg, let's go with Mother North, let's go with Inari for the dodge, right, fine, hit everybody, and then Poseidon to protect me against the mindless attack. Woohoo! And then Alfric was firing. Now I should have probably done Cadolin and then Inari, but just saving her, just on the off chance that I needed her. So there we go. I'm back up again with and of course the other Alfric came back. But at this stage, Inari's minions are just giving me a whole load of mana each time. And as I said, it was letting me, time things nicely. And that was quite a nice cascade. So again, Alfric's firing, I'm dodging. Alfric's firing, I'm dodging. Right, fine. We can do that with Frigg. And I think, I fired an Inari this time. And I decided then to do Cadolin because that would kill Albrecht, I think, is what I did. And yes, so, and all I knew at this stage is that I would be dispelled, but everybody would be back up and running before Alfric was firing. So there we go again. Vivica's dispelled me, but and I did it right this time. I did Cadolin, and then I did Inari, and then Poseidon. So I'm protected. I've got the dodges in place, although they didn't dodge too much that time. Again, Cadolin for the kill, and at this stage there are no revivers left, so I'm up against 2 healers with 3 minutes left on the clock, and it is just a case of, right, let's get minions going, let's get Frigg firing as quickly as possible, down to 1 healer, and it is just hope that I get the tiles in, because she's back up to 100% health. But as far as, I was, what I was saying at this point in time was, oh hell, I mean, if I can get the tiles in, if I can move fast enough and stop setting her off, because every time she goes, there she is, back up to full health again. But it is a case of trying to avoid her. There's a Frigg, and I knew then, right, that's it. The 2 yellows, jobs are good and war's over.